Hey you guys, I'm back. So I'm gonna do this because I'm not sure how much storage I have. Um, I had to go to work. Okay, you guys. Um, I had this dream last night that it was like just turning dark, like dusk, and I was leaving my neighborhood, and I was turning right, and it wasn't quite dark, but it was dusk. And I looked up to the left, and I saw a moon and a red object right next to the moon, and a little bit kind of like across the street that I was turning on. They weren't that far apart, but it seemed as if it was another moon. Maybe it was some type of reflection or flare, but it seemed to move along with the first moon and this red object that looked super red, like Niburu or something, but it was smaller. The comparison of the moon to the Niburu object was um, like a soccer ball and a baseball, a little bit bigger, but like a baseball, like twice the size of a baseball from what I could see. It was clear, it was red, and I had to turn right a little bit because it was kind of behind the trees, and I kind of looked back as I was turning to go right because it seemed as if I couldn't see it because I was so close, you know, to the trees that it was behind. So before I got to the other entrance of my neighborhood, I said, okay, I'm going to turn around so I can take a picture of this thing because I can't believe what I'm seeing. And before I could turn around, I was about to turn around to the other entrance of the neighborhood, this plasma, it was like we were having a geomagnetic storm. This white bolt of plasma, and I was going to get ice cream. Okay, you guys, like ice cream, like from the Burger King or McDonald's. That's all I know. This geomagnetic storm, plasma looking white flare thingy, hit the car seat on the passenger side, burned a hole in it, and I lifted up the cover to see, like, did it go through? But it burned a hole in the cover, and when I lifted it up, it was like a burn impression on the seat. So it burned, burned through the car cover thingy. See, but it left, just a shallow burn mark on the seat. It didn't break the window. Like I said, it was like a plasma flare or something. Like we were having this highly charged electromagnetic field. That was the only like plasma thingy that I saw. But I just knew in the dream we were having a geomagnetic storm. So I turned around to come back to my house to start taking pictures, and I took my camera out, and it was so clear. Nibiru, what I felt was Nibiru in the dream, was so red, and all the pictures that I took were so clear, and it was just like no solar flares, no nothing. It was next to this moon. Now, by that time, I don't know if this uh, other second moon, which was the same size, it may have been like a lens flare, not like a lens flare, but like a orb looking thing that was the same size as the moon. You know how they try to like deflect, and they try to hide the objects, and then it gives off like a flare. That's what it kind of was like. It didn't seem real, but then again, it could have. It just looked like a second moon. But that Nibiru red thingy was clear as day. I could see it with my naked eye. I was tilting the camera up and down just to take pictures from different angles, like from underneath it. And then I was taking the photos head on, if you will. It was coming out so clear, you guys. It was clear to the naked eye, and it felt like it was like at the top of the treetops. It was so low. Okay, you guys, this thing was pretty weird and pretty like, it was kind of like dramatic in my dream, like something out of a sci-fi movie. And speaking of movies, I did see uh, the beginning snippet of a movie trailer called Shooting for the Stars or Shooting to the Stars, and it kind of had that feel to it. I caught like 3 seconds of it. It didn't show the whole movie trailer. I couldn't find it on YouTube. So I guess it's some type of new movie that maybe the trailer hasn't come out for it yet. I don't know. But this thing woke me up last night. And I didn't even have to write it down. I remembered it so well. Okay, you guys? I think we're about to have a lot of geomagnetic activity. Me hearing about these wildfires and fireballs and something about to go down. I think we're about to experience like some type of geomagnetic storm. This thing seemed to be like come out of nowhere. Okay, you guys? Plus this Niburu looking object that seemingly was so close to the moon, like almost attached to it. It just threw our atmosphere off into a geomagnetic storm. Okay, you guys? I'm gonna upload this and I'll come back and talk with you later. Maybe I have some updates to do and I have to check comments from earlier. Okay?